searched family business issues. And apparently you have both a family business and some issues. So I'd like to talk to you. My name is Candy Sterling. I'm from Zuma Marketing, and we can help. I think businesses that have partners are sometimes the businesses that are best helped by business coaches. Most of the time partners, not always, but most of the time partners are people that either know each other or, or they're related. And certainly, I have seen some very strong businesses that were operated by husbands and wives, a couple of brothers, some siblings, best friends for years. And I have seen that work. But I've also seen an awful lot of strife and an awful lot of problems and everything else. And one of the things about having a business coach is we're a moderator. We're we don't have any vested interest. We don't have, we aren't trying to support Steve against George. We aren't trying to support, that Sarah's really got the right idea. Maybe she does. Maybe her idea is going to work better. But maybe what's going to work is if you are running into a problem with your partner, if there's a problem with the partnership, we're going to sit down with you and we're going to say, you can schedule a one-on-one. Maybe we'll do a Skype call at some point. And we're going to sit there and we're going to say, okay, this is your idea and this is your idea. What can we do to put these ideas together? Whose idea is going to be the most successful for the goal that you're trying to attain at the time? And sometimes it's a matter of the fact that the two of you have two different goals. And so the reason why you're hitting and having problems is because you aren't on the same page. And it's very important that we keep partners in any kind of partnership arrangement working and moving together on the same page. Because often, if you've got one person that's doing the marketing and you've got one person that's doing the manufacturing, for example, when I grew up, my father always had his own business and he always had a manufacturing plant, and he had partners at various times. And the guy who was in charge of the accounting had one idea of what they ought to be doing, and he wanted a lot of money put back so that, by golly, there was no problems if they had some hard times. And the guy who was doing the marketing, he wanted to take off and go in some other directions because he had some customers out there and he thought that was a great idea. And the guy who was doing the manufacturing realized that if you ran off in different places, you were going to have to reset the entire manufacturing line, and that you couldn't switch from one thing to another because you had big machines that needed to be recalibrated and reset. And so everybody had their own ideas. And it wasn't that anybody was wrong, but the problem was that very often they pulled that business in different directions. And so the business was not as successful as it could have been in a lot of cases. And that's one thing that a business coach does, is everybody gets on board and we're going to sit there and we're going to help you, and we're going to have monthly meetings with you. We're going to have weekly meetings with you. We're going to schedule Skype calls if that's what it takes. And we're going to help you work through that problem so that everybody's on the same page, everybody feels empowered, and everybody's working towards the success of that business. And that's what a personal business coach can do. And we're good at it.